All right, so the conversation came up earlier today to include special needs children or not include special needs children in certain activities. In full disclosure, I myself have a special needs child. I do. And I am for special needs children being by themselves, being with like people. Sports is one area that I really feel that the special needs children need to kind of have their own sort of thing. A lot of people will disagree with me. I don't know if they do or do not have special needs children. I do. And it's... So, to be honest, the biggest issue that I have with including my child in a normal activity isn't even really the activity. Now, I understand that my child's probably not going to understand the activity. She's probably not going to get the activity. She's going to be out there running around, playing, having fun. The problem that I would have, the biggest problem that I would have would actually probably be other parents, to be honest with you. Some parents get competitive and they're going to say bad things and they're going to say something about my child, and I'm liable to not have that. That's my baby. You can't come at my baby like that. I understand she was born this way. Don't come at her like that. And I'm going to get upset. And that we're going to have issues. So, as bad as that sounds, in order to keep my child safe, I'd rather keep her separate. In an in-classroom setting, the same sort of thing. Part of my child's disability is she has short-term memory loss, among other things. And if I put her in a normal classroom, my biggest fear is that someone is going to be mean to her. Probably some sort of smart aleck middle school boy, or maybe even a high school boy, but I think that middle school, you're kind of the meanest you're ever going to be in your entire life. Some sort of middle school child is going to be really mean to my baby girl, and she's not going to remember that they were mean to her. And I want to keep her separate from that and keep her with people who are going to love her as she is. As bad as that sounds, I understand that that's not really inclusion, and it sounds terrible, but for my child's safety, I would like to keep her separate. Now, I'm probably going to get a lot of disagreements on this. I'll probably get a lot of people say, no, Chris, they need to be together. People need to learn how to work through differences. People need to learn how to do things like that. And yes, we do need to learn how to work through differences, and yes, we do need to include everyone, or at least give everyone the option to be included in each activity. I just don't want it to be my child. As bad as that sounds, I don't want it to be my child that is the forerunner for this. I don't want my child to be the one to show everyone the way, if that makes sense. Now, my baby girl isn't going to understand that she is or is not the forerunner. She's just not going to understand that. And I understand, I know that. I know her limitations. And I just want to keep my child safe and happy. And I feel that the best way to keep my child safe and happy is to keep her separate. It's to keep her with people like her that are also special needs. I don't want her to be in an area to where some sort of danger could happen. I want to protect my child. Now, my other two, let them have at it. They can fend for themselves. They will be fine. I just don't feel that it's always appropriate to include special needs children in certain activities. And we've never run into this problem, but I like the fact that we've always had the option to opt out of normal classroom setting or normal sports setting or whatever it may be, simply because of everything I've just mentioned. I don't want her in those settings. I want the option to not put her in a normal setting, if that makes sense. So, for special needs being with everybody or not for it, I am not for it, but I want the option to not be for it, if that makes sense. If one day my child understands and she says, Daddy, I want to go play normal soccer, that's fine. I will sign her up for normal soccer. But I don't think she's ever going to get there, to be honest. And so, for it or against it, what do y'all say? Am I an idiot? Am I completely wrong? I just feel that it needs to be the option of the parents. I feel like the parents need to decide case by case basis. And in my case, I say no. So, hope it helps. Thank you much.